In a week that really feels like a month, if not a year, we've had so much news about the White House and the number of people infected after the president also tested positive. What does it tell us and what does it teach us about the way the virus moves?
I think it teaches us that we are right about how the virus moves, and we have all of this evidence that shows us how we can protect ourselves. And when we don't use that evidence, we see what happens. We're seeing this cluster from the White House, possibly even a super spreading event. And it just shows us that testing alone doesn't work. Testing works in tandem with facial coverings like masks and social distancing and being careful.
The image that's being painted, Lauren, is that the White House is not even following the protocol that the CDC set out. So are you worried that others looking at the White House will also not follow the protocol or abandon the protocol?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's already happening. I mean, I think the idea that the president comes home while he's still sick, almost 100% likely still infectious, and takes his mask off while people are close by him is really concerning. And I think it just demonstrates that these lessons are not being learned in the way that they need to be to recover from COVID or be in the process of recovering from COVID, and still not seem to understand how important that mask is to protect not just you, but the staff around you, your personnel, the people who are keeping you safe and healthy at your own home. It's hard to watch. And I think the hope is that people will not pay attention to that as much as they'll pay attention to the fact that his care and all of the steps that were taken to keep him and healthy and get him better were extraordinary, and that people are still dying all around us of COVID, and that we've long surpassed that 200,000 deaths, and it's going to keep happening unless we follow these basic public health principles.
But how do you get the American citizens to re-engage with science and scientists when, given how the president has behaved?
Yeah, I think we were all hoping that he would become a messenger of that science, and how important it is to follow those basic principles. I think we keep doing what we're doing. We keep talking about the importance of the social distancing, of the staying home when you don't need to go out, of the masking. We move forward with the science. For example, the FDA has just done that, even though they were sort of waiting and worrying that the White House would hold up their more stringent guidance on the vaccine process. They've put it out. They included it in a document. And, I think everyone is trying to push forward with that science to say, this is what we know works. And as we continue to build our toolkit, we have to rely on what the data and the information that we already have.